Good morning, shrimp. I wanted to show you how I do my Pysanky eggs. First, you have to grab an egg that's already drilled and emptied. Okay. Then you use your pencil and you do some kind of marking if you want, or if you want to go freehand, you do as you want. We'll go freehand for today just to show you. Then what you have is Kitska. There is some electric ones and some non-electric ones, but this is the tool that I use, and it has a little reservoir on the top, so it's very hot. And so what you do is you grab some wax, you make a little ball out of it, and you put it inside the wax container, and it melts the wax. And then you can see it comes out with a design. So I have some black wax, which I like better. It's already kind of rolled, and the cheapest version was a see-through, so I guess I'm not gonna buy the see-through anymore. But anyway, because it's hard to see on the egg. So you take the egg and you have to wash it because there's a lot of oils on your hands. So basically you take your Kiska and you start making a design. So we're just gonna start doing a swirl pattern. And that's how I do it. I can see, as you can see, because the surface of the egg is not very smooth, and also because I not that good yet. You can draw on the egg. It's actually called writing on the egg. And as you can see, this is what I have. Another method that I just discovered is to grab some wax in a little container. I'll show you. Some wax is in this little metal container, and I heat it up here. It'll be melted in a little bit. And I can use these different tools with different pin sizes at the end. And I can do some different patterns. So let's wait a little bit. Here it is already. It's already melting. So I put my tool in the wax. I put a drop, and it's called drop pull. So put it in. Put a dot and pull. That's what I was talking to you about earlier. Let's do it again. And I'll show you closer up of the design. So you can put a dot and pull. Dot and pull. So let's make a little flower, and I'll show you what it looks like. Drop and pull, drop and pull, drop and pull. And I think it takes a lot of practice to make something decent, but I'm still learning different techniques to see which one I would prefer. So far the dragon pull seems to be easier than the other method of using the regular America. So here's the, I don't know if you see it because the wax is white, so you can't really see it. So now that I've done that, I'll show you how I do. I grab some dye. This one is raspberry dye. And I put my egg in it. Let's push it in a little bit. Okay, so here it is. So now I'm done with it. You can put it for longer depending on how deep you want the color, but this is for just demonstration. So I take it out and I dry it with a paper towel. I'll put the dye away because we don't want to spill that anywhere. And now we dry the egg a little bit. So as you can see, the white flower is here, and then the other rest of the design is there. And then you just let it dry some more. Usually I turn on my fan and I can dry the egg faster. I don't know if you can see the fan, but this way it goes faster. So now what I can do is I can do some more design. So I'll grab this here, my little tool. I'll go over here and I'll make just some dots. So each time you have to go back because the wax, it doesn't hold that much wax, that little dot. So you have to put, and we'll do a line of dots. And I guess we'll use the Kiska and make a flower. So we kind of try on the paper first, just in case there's a big blob that's gonna come out. And then let's do, I don't know, another twirl. Well, I'm not really focusing because I'm doing the movie. So here it is. And I did some little dots somewhere. Oh, here it is. So now I'm going to put in black dye. Let me get the black dye. Okay, so I found the black dye. It's very quick. I mean, you can just drop the egg, a couple seconds, because it's going to get dark very quick. Get it out if you can. My tools to get the eggs out of the jar is not that great, but here it is, the egg. Dry the egg, put the dye away. Dry the egg a little bit more. You can see like the red, the last part that I did stayed this red, and I did some little dots. Here they are. They're gonna be red. So dry the egg against the fan. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get a regular candle. Light it up. I'm sure you can see it. And what you do is you grab a couple Kleenexes and you go over the wax part that you did. You kind of melt it back. Since we added the wax, we're removing it now. And you scrape it off, and here it is. The wax is no longer there. So let's do it on the other parts, and it reveals the color that was underneath. Let's do that big white flower. So you saw the big white flower, and you wipe it, and it's all white underneath. Let's do this thing here. It's a lot of fun to see what reveals underneath. Still some more wax. Here it is. Let's do the dots. See, the dot still has the wax. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see well, but it's really cool. And so that's how I do it. And then after, I put some coat of polyurethane, and that's how I do my eggs. This is one that I was practicing on with the pool, drop-in pool, and you can see there's quite a bit of cool designs that I can do. I just have to practice. So that's what it looks like. I hope that explains kind of how I work.